Welcome to my channel. My name is Arnold. I have been trading for the past 8 years and I've decided to share some of the wisdom I've been able to learn all these years. And I'm here for a couple of reasons. I'm not here to sell any dream. I'm here to teach traders how to think, act, and execute with precision. Because guess what? Skills pays bills, but luck doesn't. So my mission is simple, right? Is to help you to become a better trader and to help you to trade with clarity, discipline, and consistency every day. Today, I want to share something that was quite remarkable in my trading journey. Across all these years, I have spent thousands of dollars purchasing all kinds of courses, you name it. I was chasing for the Holy Grail, like we all do, right? When we get into trading, we are looking for that magic bullet, right? We are looking for that one thing that is going to change our trading. I was one of those people. I was walking all around, spending thousands of dollars on courses. But this is one mindset shift that transformed my trading. And I'm going to share with you today. And I believe this is going to literally change the way you see the market, right? The mindset shift that transformed my trading, okay, was this. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Thousands of years ago, there was a man named Archimedes, right? He made a bold statement that is known across the scientific and the business world. Here is what he said. He said, "Give me a lever long enough and a function and a fulcrum to place it on, and I will move the world." Listen to what he said. Quite an interesting statement, right? And quite bold. Archimedes said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum to place it on, I will move the world." Now, you might be wondering, what does that really mean and how does that apply to trading, right? What he's simply saying, he's not bragging about his superhuman strength. He was teaching a quite vital principle, which is leverage. What he was insinuating is that with small actions, you can create massive change if you are able to identify the leverage point in what you do, right? Businesses have used this principle, right? The leverage point for a business could be if they double down just on systems, that will lead to exponential growth in the margin, all right? Just by focusing on a tiny part or a tiny component of what you do can lead to an exponential growth. That is a principle of leverage. All right? And you might be wondering, how does that apply to you as a trader? Right? What changed my life is when I learned that for me to be a great trader, I have to focus on the leverage point that can maximize my trading exponentially. And I came to realize that the leverage point was not from me chasing indicators, right? That was not my leverage point. The leverage point was for me, not for me to chase all the strategies that there is out there. Indicator strategies, they are important, but those are not the leverage point. The things that changed my trading is when I come to realize that for me to become profitable in the market, for me to make money in trading, I got to focus on these two leverage points, right? These two leverage points. The two leverage points that change my mindset and transform my trading, and I began to see result exponentially. It was when I understood that I need two levers in the market. And the first is risk management, and the second is discipline. These are the two things that change my mindset. And I'm telling you, if you want to become good at trading, strategy is equally important. But the number one thing that matters more than every other thing is risk management and discipline. Once you have this, everything will fall into place. Why do most traders struggle, right? Why do most traders struggle to come to a place of profitability? You know why? Because they're chasing systems. They're chasing signals. They're chasing for the Holy Grail. But let me break it that to you today. There is no Holy Grail in trading. The Holy Grail is the two levers that you can absolutely control. Every other thing is not in your control. You can have the best strategy in the world, the best signals and everything, but guess what? You can't control that. But you know what you can control? You can control risk management, and you can control your mindset. That is the greatest levels. Those are the things that changed my trading. And I stopped chasing systems and signal. I started focusing on risk management, because risk management, it helps you to protect your capital. And a lot of traders struggle because they ignore capital protection. If you don't have capital, it doesn't matter how good of a strategy you have, you won't make money, because to make money, fundamentally, you need capital, you need money. I know there are prop firms, I know there are all these things we have today, but guess what? If you don't have good risk management, you cannot pass a prop firm, and that is why 95% of traders lost the prop firm challenge, because they know we do not understand the levers that matters the most, which is risk management. If you can master this, passing a challenge becomes easier, right? A lot of us traders ignore capital protection. That's why they struggle, okay? Most traders struggle as well because they trade based on emotion and not a process, because they don't understand the level of discipline. When discipline is in view, process is in view. Process is greater than result any day. Process is proportional to having a system and a discipline that you follow through, right? That's why most traders struggle, because they don't understand that component. So let's talk about these levels that changed my mindset. The first one, risk management. Risk management is everything. This is one of the things Warren Buffett, one of the biggest investor in the whole wide world, right? And whatever you do, the people that are leading in that industry, they are like the godfathers of those movements. Their word is like truth. Their word is a statement of fact. And guess what Warren Buffett said? He said there are 3 rules of trading. The first rule, never lose money. The second rule, never lose money. The third rule, never lose money. Guess what? That's risk management. Risk management. Risk management is the lever that when you master, it will change your trading. And that is what changed my trading. It's not about avoiding losses. It's about surviving them. It's not about avoiding losses. Losses are unavoidable. You cannot avoid losses in this market. But can you survive losses? Can you manage them? Can you put them in check? That's what we are talking about. Can you put your losses in check? All right? The next thing that helps you to manage risks, you can manage where the market is going to go. But guess what? You can manage how much position sizing you put in the market. You can manage how much loss sizes you put in the market. Those are the things that are in your control. And those are your levers. If you don't have these, you can't trade. Position sizing, consistency matter more than interest. Consistent in your position sizes. Discipline in how much you're risking in the market. Knowing exactly what you're risking per trade and be comfortable risking that. Those are the levers that matters the most. All right? No single trade to strengthen your account. You cannot over leverage, you cannot risk more on a single trade that can damage or bring down your losing curve so down. Everything have to be proportional. You have to be proportional in the way you manage risks. Your loss sizes have to be calculated. They have to be planned out before you get in the market. Okay? The second level that changed my mindset and make me to stop chasing any holy grail in the market was discipline. Discipline is not the only thing. Discipline is the thing in the market. If you can't be disciplined, forget about it. You can literally forget about trading. Okay? The bridge between strategy and result is discipline. The best strategies would not be profitable, would do you no good if you don't have discipline. Discipline is the bridge between strategy and result. Following rules even when emotion screams otherwise. Okay? You have to follow your rules. Discipline, to be disciplined, you cannot rely on your emotion. To be disciplined, you need to follow your rules. You need to be a slave by your rules, right? Like literally, people who are free are people who are slaves by rules and principle. And that is what discipline is all about. You have to have set rules that you follow, okay? Without discipline, even the best risk management fails. Without discipline, even the best risk management fails. So discipline is likened to the engine, right? That makes the car to move, right? Discipline, risk management could be your car, but if the car has no engine, if the car has no gasoline, it won't move. And that is what discipline does. And that is why these two levels work together. Without discipline, even the best risk management fails. How do they work together? Risk management is your guardrail. Discipline is your driver. They work together. These are the two most important levers in the market. And these are the things that literally take me from a struggling trader to become a profitable trader. And I can assure you, if you double down on this thing, your trading will never be the same. Without both, you crash. Risk management is your guardrail. Discipline is your driver. Without both, you crash. Together, consistency becomes like breathing. Consistency becomes organic. With these two working together, consistency becomes organic. For you to become consistently profitable, this is what you need. You've been struggling, you've been rushing back and forth, you've been worried, you've been chasing the Holy Grail and you're frustrated because the strategies are endless. But can I break it to you? Can I bring the good news to you today? If you can focus on risk management and discipline, with those two together, you will attain consistency. Here are some practical drills you can do to kind of build this muscle, right? It's a muscle. Discipline is a muscle. All right, risk management is a muscle. It's like going to the gym. You cannot get good at it just one time, right? You have to drill. You have to work on it. You have to keep working on it. But the first step to improving is to be aware what you need to improve on. Now that we are aware that the two levers that we need to change our trading are risk management and discipline, we got to know now a system or a process to become good at those things. And that is what the practical drill, daily drill is all about. So here's a couple of things you got to do to get good at risk management and discipline. The first thing, before you trade, you have to write your max risk and trades per day. You have to write it down. You can't guess about it. You have to write it down. Write your max risk and trade per day. The second thing you got to do, you got to sign on it like a contract. It's a contract, bro. It's a contract, guys. It's literally a contract. You're signing a contract that today I'm going to risk 1% and I'm going to take 2 trades per day. And at the end of the day, after trading, you reviewed. Did you honor your contract? Did you breach your contract? If you can't honor your contract, how do you expect any other person to honor your contract, right? So you got to start with you. You got to honor that contract, okay? Over time, if you stick to this discipline, if you keep journaling, if you keep rewiring your brain and making your mind understand this is the most important thing in trading, if you keep writing it down, if you sign on it, over time, you will build discipline and you will respect risk management. So here are some key takeaway, okay? These are the lessons that transform my trading, and I believe it will change yours as well. So mindset shift. Stop chasing the perfect entry. There is no perfect entry. Don't be deceived by all the gurus out there promising what the heaven and earth. There is no holy grail, all right? There is none. Stop chasing the perfect entry. Focus on the 2 levers: risk management and discipline. Risk management and discipline. If you focus on this, I guarantee you, your trading will become greatly enhanced. Protect your capital. The first thing, you cannot attain growth without survival, right? If you don't have any capital, forget about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what good strategy you have. If there is no capital, if you can protect the capital you have, if you keep putting money and you keep blowing it up, you don't have any business. To succeed in the business of trading, our first thing is capital protection. Protect your capital, protect your discipline, and the market will reward you. That is what changed my trading for good. And I am fully convinced that will change your trading as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you find value in this video, like and subscribe, and see you by another time. Bye-bye for now.